And I'm live in the studio again. This is John Valenty with earnlink, systems, strategies, and technology for making more money with a website from anywhere, any place, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, producing digital assets, things that work for you, stuff you can create once that pays you over and over again. It's a beautiful thing. It's American dream. I mean, I work with people all over the world. I think it's the worldwide dream, entrepreneurial pipe dream of making money with location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, freedom to call your own shots, and do creative stuff that helps people, ultimately stuff that you believe in that makes the world a better place. So, great content. Where does it come from? What's it worth? It's a digital asset. It's the digital asset, in my opinion, more reliable than Bitcoin or any of that kind of stuff, because people need good information. They need to be connected with valuable products and services. And influence that you can develop on the internet is extremely valuable, and advertisers will pay you for your influence over and over again. So let's talk about the simplest form of a digital asset other than your website itself. It's a blog or an article. So what's the difference between a blog and an article? Well, a blog can be very opinionated. Typically an article is a little bit more researched and fact-based. A blog can just simply be your opinion. There's no right or wrong with creating your website, whether you should create blogs or create articles. They can even mix and match. You can have opinions mixed with fact. Best to tell people when you're opining and when you are conveying a fact. So both pieces of content take time to create. Whether you're creating blogs or articles, you're looking at easily an hour of just writer time before it's even submitted to somebody who's a competent editor. And let's figure your time is worth what, 50 to $100 an hour to be your own time. I'm not talking a writer's time. You can buy a writer time for 30, $40 an hour. $50 an hour for a really good writer. But your own time, you got to value your own time at $100 an hour. You really do. So you figure you're going to spend for the writing part of a good piece of content an hour, $100 or so before it even hits an editor. So you got to get good content, hopeful content over to a really critical editor to make it good. The editor's got to have the freedom to hack it up, to iterate, to send you back to the drawing board, to say it's no good, whatever. That iteration process is where greatness comes from. It's where high standards live. It's a place where your readers will come to trust that when you send them something, it's going to be good. And that's where having that layer of a critical editor in place is absolutely paramount. And also you need fact checking, and then you need a final editor with fresh eyes, somebody who's never read the first version. The reason why is because the first editor, after they hack it up or iterate with your writer, that person is now, they're human, right? They're going to just not even see the new mistakes that were created. So you need, again, a final editor at the end. What's all that take? What's it all cost? You're going to spend a couple $100 on content development, on creating articles, good ones, good articles, good blogs, doesn't matter. You can spend a couple $100 pretty easily. Yeah, if you put your own time in it, you maybe do it for a little bit less. Our company called Content Ready, it's contentready.com. We charge $150 to go through that whole process. We write a creative brief. We get to assign you a content manager. The content manager gets to understand your brand, what you're trying to accomplish, works with an editor. Finds a good writer first that writes something, works with an editor, edits it up, iterates, hacks it up, makes it better, and then fact checks the article, and then finds a fresh editor, brand new set of eyes to critically evaluate the piece of content and catch any final mistakes. And if they give it the thumbs up, it's feature worthy, it's ready to go. So contentready.com if you need any help. Otherwise, just make sure you do the steps yourself. The key is multiple people with the permission to say, that sucked. I would not send that to your audience. And go back to drawing board and do it again. Or just critically improve, evaluate, improve, anything they can improve in the article to make sure it hooks like a Netflix original movie. You know, it's got a great story. It's catchy. It from the headline on down, it's got to keep people reading, be interesting, memorable, feature worthy. It's hard to do, but it's worth creating a great piece of content. What's a great piece of content worth? Here's the cool thing. A great piece of content can be worth a lot more than you spend, which is the whole point here. It's building a machine here that kicks off profits. That's what we're doing here as web entrepreneurs. Now, we typically will spend up to $150 on an article. Sometimes $250 is our max for what we call research reports, or something is very, very fact-based and we want to really research it. We'll spend $250 on that. We spend $150 for the average article. So we have to make $150 back. And we find sometimes that's doable with one newsletter send. You know, we typically average $150 to $300 in just Google AdSense revenue. That's the little Google ads that are on the article itself when people are reading. Now, you have to have enough traffic or generate enough traffic to earn that sort of revenue. But you know, for us, we find we can spend $150 on an article and we can make $150 to $300 in 24 hours on that article. But that's not the exciting part. Yeah, that's exciting, but that's not the real exciting part. When you're a publisher and you're creating content over and over again, it can feel like a grind because you're one of the editors, like it or not. If you own the site, you got to look at your content. You have to work on it. You just send a few back to drawing board, do a little editing yourself, make sure that it really reflects your brand, your message, and holds up to your standards. So that can feel like a bit of a grind. And you could find yourself as a publisher asking yourself, when's this going to end? I have the answer. Here's when it ends. We, at least in our companies, we run about a dozen popular websites. We'll run a piece of content about every 6 months as a rerun. Now, that only works with evergreen content, so it's not going to work with news stories. But something that is a popular idea, a topic that educates, informs, connects people with valuable ideas or information that they need to live a better life, that's evergreen. So how-to information, tips, strategies, tricks, you name it, whatever your site's about. Get excited about reruns because it's like you can take your feet off the pedals, stop pedaling the bike so fast, take a look around and go, whoa, I could take a vacation. I can put this content on a 6-month rerun schedule and buy myself some time. I could take a vacation. I could take another strategic look at the website and the content and pick out some of the weaker ones and rewrite those. Order some new content, but I don't have to order new content every day. Maybe I'll mix and match some of my reruns with brand new content. Maybe 50-50 is my style. Maybe 80-20. Whatever it is you choose is what you choose, but get excited about the digital asset you are building up as you build your repository of great content. Not all your content's going to be great. So that's the process. It's building it up, looking at your Google Analytics, seeing your revenue that's produced from those articles. And then also you can take some of those articles that start generating some search traffic, some organic search traffic from Google and Bing and other search engines, and you can look at what's coming in automatically over time. It can take 3 to 6 months to really see some search traffic on an article. But you'll be able to look at which ones are ranking. Even on page 2 or page 3, you can see a little bit of traffic. Get excited about page 2 and page 3 because you can go from page 2 or page 3 to page 1 a whole lot easier than you go from 0 to hero. So when you see something on page 2, beef it up. Write some other articles around that same topic and commit to really owning and fighting for those topics that you want to win. Now, here's an exciting fact. If you get just one article with a high value keyword that produces enough traffic and you fought for your spot, you earned the right. It's not like it's magic or the lottery. You wrote really good content. People link to your content. People like your content. They read your content. They stay on the page. That content is feature worthy. You can literally I hate to use the lottery again, the example, but you hit the lotto on some of these pieces of content. One good article can pay you $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month if the thing is a high enough value topic that it ranks for. So get excited about that. Get excited about reruns. Get excited about organic search positioning. Get excited about having to work less or not work as hard after about 6 months, because you can run those reruns and you can take a step back, take a breather, and look at your business, look at your website and your content more strategically. Cut out some bad ones, beef up some articles that have some potential. Now, all the while, you're building other digital assets. Now, what are some of the other digital assets you can create? I'll go through my cheat sheet real quick. Influence is one. A brand. Writing great content. That's why you put your heart into it and really convey what you're trying to do is the best possible way you can, because it's an extension of your brand. That's the trust and authority that comes from creating great content. So that brand turns into a certain amount of influence. So when you tell people, hey, I really believe in this product or this service, you should take a look at it, you can monetize that influence. It's priceless. I have web publisher friends who can literally open their mouth and make $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000 from one single recommendation, because they have that much influence on the internet. And that's an awesome thing to develop. So get excited about that. Build it. Let yourself get through the hard times when you feel like you're just grinding and pedaling uphill, by that knowledge, that confidence that plenty of people have done it before you, that you're building digital assets, stuff that sticks. It's not all a waste. Not all of it doesn't work. Some of it works, and that's the part that sticks. And it makes it easier and easier as you go. What other digital assets? Subscribers. Oh, they're my favorite. You create some traffic to your website and capture that traffic in the form of email subscribers. They're one of the best digital assets ever. So get excited about every email subscriber. Love on them and keep them as long as you can happy in your list. If you keep half of them for a year, over 12 months, you're doing great. That's a great metric. So don't think like you're going to keep all of them. It's just not possible. But half is a great number. Other digital assets: videos, reviews. Oh, product reviews, an awesome digital asset. Research reports, infographics. Links is an awesome digital asset. If you get somebody else to link to one of your articles, that is a hell of a digital asset. Get excited about every link you create, because it conveys authority, and Google sees that link as a vote. And search engine optimization used to be this super high tech kung fu thing that these computer programmers and sort of people gaming the system, real high tech stuff, were winning search, and everybody else got nothing. And that's not like that anymore. You can write good content, get links to that content, have your content stand on its own, and earn a substantial amount of search traffic. You're not going to win every high value search term, but you can win enough to make your time very, very valuable and pay you very handsomely for your time. So links are great. Authority. Partnerships are awesome. That's a digital asset. Like, hey, I send you traffic, you send me traffic. I'll post your social, you post my social posts. I'll send an email out promoting one of your articles, you send an email out promoting one of my articles. We could even share subscribers in a sense by recommending each other's sites and saying subscribe to my partner's site, and they'll do the same for you. So those sorts of things are awesome digital assets. Also, advertising relationships. If you can find an advertiser that says, hey, I'll pay you $200 to promote our mattress. We've got the best mattress to help you with back pain or whatever, and I'll give you a wholesale deal on the mattress. And if you promote it to your audience, I'll pay you $200 per mattress. Okay, there's a relationship. That's a digital asset as well. Once you have that contract, you can promote it and make a commission as an affiliate. There are so many ways to make money online. If you're having a creative block, or you're just not feeling motivated, get over it. This is awesome. You can have that time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, freedom to call your own shots by working on the internet. You don't even need to be a programmer anymore. You can use drag and drop and buttons and switches and knobs. Stuff's pretty easy now, and you can find somebody to help you. I'm willing to help. It's what I do. So hopefully this was useful, inspiring, just enough to tell you you can spend a couple $100s to create an article or buy an article. Like I said, our company, contentready.com, creates articles for $150 and goes through all those steps I mentioned. You can do that or do it yourself. Just get it done. Build some valuable content. And then promote it. You can do it. Promote it on your social. Promote it in your newsletter, email newsletter. Ask other people to promote it. Barter, trade, buy it. Do what you got to do. Advertise. Build your digital fortune through digital asset creation. It's good stuff. This has been great spending time with you. This is John Valenty with earnlink, system strategies and technology for making more money online. And I'll see you online. Thanks for watching.